My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is December 18, 2023. It is 2:04 a.m. I just finished edit the third video of December 16, the last one. So I just finished edited, and I should be editing the yesterday's video, the 17th, but you know, I'm kind of tired now. I just want to see what's on Twitter. So there was some stuff that I put on a list for you guys. I think it's about 20. I just counted it, and I just added another one regarding the view. It's all the way at the bottom. I put it near the end, but these are the tweets that I plan on sharing with you, and I want to look into it a little bit more. So let's do the typical thing, the background. 3,642 subscribers, estimate revenue $275.16, still under 200. Right, so my analytic, there's this here, 275.16 views in the last 48 hours, 2,395 subscribers, 3,642. So let's go on Twitter. Not this one, I have it later on, but that's not where I want to see it now. Okay, so I don't want to see this now. Let's go in. Is that the one? Yes, that's the first tweet. Okay, because Harry was meddling, and rightly so, with the royal family's and inhumane business model, and Harry won. Okay, so she retweeted this. Okay, people should never forget that. In a witness statement, Prince Harry said he was summoned to Buckingham Palace and told to drop the cases because of the effect on the royal family. Charles and William are corrupt and evil. Abolish the monarchy. Yeah, they only think of themselves. Charles and William are the heir to the throne. They're the one who will be responsible for the rest of the, you know, whatever, the way it runs in that family. But they've been doing so many nasty things. And they expect everybody else to fall in line with their business model, the corruption. But Harry wants something for himself because he's not, you know, he's not gonna be inherited to the stuff, so he needs to do his own thing as well. But the thing is that he was willing to work with them, and I think once William's kids were at an age, I think he was gonna leave. But the two idiots, they don't know that Harry was helping them because the family business is predetermined for them. But they interfere in his own personal life. If they had just let him be, and then Harry will continue to do things as is, but they keep on interfering. Each time Harry tried to do something, they try to stop it, interfere in it. So Harry has to move on and do what's best for him. He tried. Harry really tried. I know some people will avoid to see the kind of things Harry was trying to do for the family. But at some point, he needs to move on with his life. Let's see here. I read that King Charles tried to stop Prince Harry's hacking claim. Court hears. Okay, that was in April 25. All right. Of course, with no British media set up as it is, there is no one to make royal family look good, especially Camilla. They need the British media. They spend relevancy and popularity for this feudal system, that i.e. the duchy, dead men, pound going into Casey pockets, etc. Well, maybe not corrupt and evil, but definitely spineless and self-serving. And the other thing that I see here, again, this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is a fact, but the people who are doing that thing, could speak up. It seems like the business people in the UK, all right, those business people who's going outside of the country to interfere in other cultures, other countries' lives, well-being, they're hiding behind the institution. Okay, they go out there and do their nonsense and hide behind the institution, and for the institution to back them up whenever they're in trouble, just like we're seeing right now. The tabloid is in deep shit. Now they're pushing for Charles to help them. So this is why they want the institution to remain. Okay, if you look at I think a video on PYTE, I call it The Firm. Okay. So there's another aspect of things. Once the institution is messed up, the business people will be just fine, because now they could go and do whatever they feel that they could do, corrupt other countries, the Commonwealth countries, heads of states, whoever that will be. They will try to, because they've done this in the US. All right, politicians, they try to bribe them and whatever, so they could do whatever they want to get the natural resources. Look what's happening in Okavango. Okay, the thing that Harry is advocating for the drilling to stop and all of that. All right, complete BS, because they already did it years ago. Harry just loved the attention on himself, so much for privacy. I don't think going to court and do all of this is wanting attention, because this could have easily go a different way. All right. So that's a thing here. Okay, so I'm done. That's pretty much shows exactly what's going on. This is not on my list. It just happened at the bottom. How it feels after I took £1 million settlement, so the tabloid want to talk about my affair. That's the thing. Sometimes you just have to let them expose it and move on with your life. Deal with your issues and move on with your life. Yeah, that's the parody of Prince William. I haven't seen his thing lately. Let me see what else some people are saying. Poor Kate family is going to fall apart like Charles. William is going to trade Kate in for Rose's husband, all as can be. Like Camilla's husband, the future king is betting his wife anything for a king. I don't want to go into all of this. It's not on my list. It just popped up at the bottom of the tweet that I had on my list. Okay, next tweet. Okay, so there's this here. Did I put it twice? Or is that the same thing? No. Okay, like any couple around the world who get married, move out from family's place, seek new life as growing family, but for Harry and Meghan, royal family and their media pals want Harry to dump his own family and come back home to be used as their court jester, to boost their royal brand, to be abused. A new report shows just how far. Is that the one I just read? No, that's different. Okay, why? Oh, because I was looking at it a few minutes ago. Okay, I just read this. A new report shows just how far King Charles III reportedly went to cover up the palace's tie to British tabloid. That was when October 27. I mean, it's out in the open. I mean, where are these people's head? There's plenty of articles that they are doing things with the tabloid. What the hell? What kind of fantasy thing they... Oh my lord. I mean, if the men in grey suit or the secretaries are keeping things away from them, they're doing a great job, because everybody knows. A new report shows just how far King Charles III reportedly went to cover up the palace's tie to British tabloid. I mean, like people would not know. Okay, the family's silence during the British media onslaught of criticism, lies, accusation, misogyny, vitriol, racism from anonymous sources to their kin and his new wife is the indictment. Their minions and the media have admitted to that family's compliance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
Their minions and the media have admitted to that family's compliance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why
and if it comes from Kensington Palace,
Right.
why are they briefing against their own grandson?
Well, yeah.
You heard from anyone in the palace thanking you for the, serious defense of them?
I've had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family.
Upper level
We're very
people?
grateful that. Well, I'm not going to go into who it was, but what I would say is gratitude that somebody was standing up for them.
She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
You and your brother both directly asked your dad not to marry Camilla.
Yes,
Why?
we didn't think it was necessary. We thought that it was going to cause more harm than good, and that if he was now with his person, that surely that's enough. Why go that far when you don't necessarily need to? We wanted him to be happy, and we saw how happy he was with her. So at the time it was, okay.
You wrote that she started a campaign in the British press to pave the way for a marriage, and you wrote, I even wanted Camilla to be happy. Maybe she'd be less dangerous if she was happy.
Mm-hmm.
How was she dangerous?
Because of the need for her to rehabilitate her image.
That made her dangerous.
That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened. And I think if we had have met her, and if she'd have met us, things might have been different. It might see that we're human and she's human. Unfortunately, she did get some bad press, and that was a mistake. But we asked for forgiveness and please come back, because this is a great country and the royal family are very important to us all. And the Queen needs your support, Harry, because William can't do it all, Catherine can't do it all. The Prince of Wales is taken on the Queen's role now, so he's even more busy. So Harry's badly needed here, and I hope in March, which he's got till March to rethink it, he comes back.
The criticisms that you've received is that, well, okay, fine, you want to move to California, you want to step back from the institutional role, why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. The family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto, and it doesn't really hold.
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
Endless.
Private being done through leaks.
Through leaks. They will feed or have a conversation with the correspondent, and that correspondent will literally be spoon-fed information and write the story, and in the bottom of it, they will say that they've reached out to Buckingham Palace for comment. But the whole story is Buckingham Palace commenting. So when we're being told for the last 6 years, we can't put a statement out to protect you, but you do it for other members of the family, there becomes a point when silence is betrayed.
I'm just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
Where were they? Oh my God. They're doing unnecessary work for nothing. Okay, we don't want them back. Keep them. Okay, so who don't want back? Harry and Meghan? I don't think they want to go back.
We asked for forgiveness and please come back.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, why will you think they want to go back to that toxic environment? Harry and family are in a much better place now. Leave them be and help focus on your royal family, how to become a much better monarch and regain family values. Why do you think Queen Elizabeth II reigned for so long? They were never gonna come to your home. Chill. Really? There's the laugh here. Yet you are here crying. There's the laugh. They already gave you the middle finger. Move on then. I dare you. Alright, so come on, go back. Where did I come from here? Here. I think Charles and Camilla have been cruel and disgusting, capable of anything, and we just need to remember how they duped Diana. Di was sacrificed, a virgin, by her grandmother. Father, Heavy has human rights now in the US. Yeah, everything. That's a very good point here, because look how they try to get the government to release his personal information. The government's like, no. All right. Everything hidden will be eventually revealed. Gravity. What goes up must come down. This 1,000-year-old British monarchy is on its last breath. Okay, like Tyler said, toxic royal family. Okay, after this, that's it. Okay, I saw my mother being abused for years. I knew the symptoms. Meghan was abused. So was he, Harry, to use the institution to do all the things that a batterer will do. We're gonna cut off the money. We're gonna not leave you security. We're gonna do all those things to make you comply and come back. And for the both of them to have the wherewithal to say, I don't give a damn about that palace. I applaud that. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. The next one is a commercial, ad. Okay, let's remember that back in April, it was revealed in court filings that the late Queen approved. There's this here. Also here are the details of some of Prince Harry's prayers to the court. Alright. Queens approved threatening news group newspaper with legal action. The revelation about the late monarch came in court documents released on Wednesday. They also showed Harry claim in an email to the palace that an apparent lack of response by the newspaper publisher over hacking claims was making the institution look ineffective and weak. Alright, so that was Wednesday 26, April 23. Precisely, Queen Elizabeth II did approve for Prince Harry to pursue these hacking attacks via the courts. Alright, there's that here, hashtag. Okay, that's an ad. Oh, that was that. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Let me focus on my list because I have a lot. Next one, fact. Okay, what story ended the news of the world? Amid a public backlash and the withdrawal of advertising, News International announced the closure of the newspaper on 7 July 2011. The scandal deepened when the paper was alleged to have hacked into the phones of families of British service personnel killed in action. Alright, so there's two things that relate to that. This might pop up again. Let me make sure. So I could just remove it from the list. Yep, I was right. I had it twice on my list, so I just remove it so I don't come across it again. Okay, so there's this here. So I think I saw, I blacked it, I guess. What happened here, some people are giving Williams credit, knowing what just happened, the fight that Harry just went through to the court with the paper and he won. Now they're trying to give William credit for something he didn't do. So the squad are coming with receipt. Okay, this is what this was about. Okay, what story ended the news of the world? And I just read this here, and there's a retweet here. Exactly, just show them this. That's what I do, and it rattles the pointless squatters. All right, so let's go into that so you can see where it started. Oh, these are the people I black. So this is here. I'm not gonna go through all of it, but it's just to show you now they're trying to give William credit when he can't even fight anything. He just take the money and run. He didn't even say anything if the information then released in court. Okay, Prince William did this. This is what they're claiming he did. All right, pause your screen and read it. Had journalists sent to prison, got News of the World shut down, and won $1 million for doing so, and donated to the lot. Harry lost today. Lost what? 1833? What? Oh my god, these people are full of... Alright, so that was it. Okay, I don't want to go to this misinformation. Trying to give William credit. for something he didn't even do. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. And we already know he took money from Murdoch to prevent, so he doesn't have to call him to court. Look at that thing that I just saw at the bottom of one of the tweets where Murdoch is holding William like a puppet kind of thing. All right, take $1 million and then he's being on. All right, next tweet. Tabloids says anyone who lied to phone hacking inquiry should be prosecuted for perjury. Wow. Okay, I don't know where to get these are hashtag. It's not a link. I would like to see where it was said. Okay, I think this law should be enforced with the max penalty, sending a strong, clear message. When will the Met Police do their job? Okay. Piers Morgan lied. Good. There's the clap here. Can't believe in the UK the law is working. Usually it's against good people. Anybody that lies to court should too. So Harry and Meghan should be prosecuted. I mean, they went to court. Why didn't they find out? Why didn't the judge said so? But you people seem to know the law more than anybody. Harry and Meghan goes to court to prove their cases. So it's not like they just saying it on social media for you to believe them. They go to court to prove their cases. Oh, Lord. Black. There's a tweet that I post on my community board, and I think I shared it on IG as well. Why Harry have to do some of the things he has to do in court? Because the paper is writing nonsense after nonsense about him. So when our future generation is searching for Harry and Meghan's topic, all right, at least the court documents could back their claim. All right, they don't just go by the tabloid nonsense and these nonsense that I'm reading here. All right, next tweet. Charles undermined late Queen's plan to sue News UK, Prince Harry tells court. All right. Is that the link? Yeah, that's the link here. I'll leave the link in the description for you. And I think I have already put it on my community board. All right, but I'm not going to read it in this video. Okay, probably because his tampon mistress has fed and traded confidential information with those agencies. Could be, and maybe that's why he rushed to court the day before. Who knows? Allegedly. Alright, Chuck and his men in grey suit disregarded and disrespected the Queen's order. As we now know, the Queen's wishes was for Queen Consort Camilla, not Queen Camilla. Alright, thanks for the article. I'm not surprised. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Did I share that already on another video? I'm not sure. Next tweet. So this one should have come after the other one that regarding William, they're trying to give William credit for News of the World shutting down. But pretty much they shut down, but the same group opened another one with a different name and continued the same process. Alright, so there's Royal Suitor here. Yes, Prince William donated his £1 million hush money from Murdoch to charity, his own, the Royal Foundation. Without naming the source of the funding, he used the money to launch the Earthshot Prize, which spends 5 times more on self-aggrandizing promotion than prize money. Oh my God, spend 5 times more on self-aggrandizing promotion than prize money. A Tale of Two Princes. Prince Harry brings lawsuit and gives evidence at trial exposing systemic unlawful press behavior and cover-up. Alright, so that's where she said that, he donated the money. Okay, I honestly wish I didn't know this stuff. This one I cannot see. I was a happier being. I do not want to go into this because these monies, they're so corrupt. I don't even want to deal with that. Alright, whoever knows, they know, but not for me. I do not want to talk about their nonsense. Oh my God. And Willie appointed Jason Kenoff as the CEO of that money. He basically just laundered the money. Okay, I do not know. Let me move on. I do not want to deal with this. It's too much. It's too much. Too much corrupt. I don't want to deal with numbers. Next tweet. And Harry have explained it, and I talk about it in one old video. Alright, next tweet. Did Piers Morgan is a liar say he wasn't asked to testify and would have? He was a no-show, toxic British media. Alright. Harry's lawyer called Piers Morgan. Oh, I didn't know about this. Harry's lawyer called Piers Morgan's trial no-show fatal. Okay, so that was in June 27. So it's not like they're making it up. Oh my God. This guy, every time he opens his mouth, he lies. Oh my Lord. June 27. How come I didn't come across that? The other one, I was following, who did that? Something, Rebecca something. I was following her tweet during that trial. Prince Harry's lawyer labeled Piers Morgan's trial absence fatal. And this one, I think, yeah, there it is here. Former Daily Mirror editor Piers Morgan has denied any knowledge of or role in phone hacking. That's this here. Okay, Piers Morgan is a liar. Know that. 1. In the UK judiciary system, he can volunteer to testify and then need to be subpoenaed. 2. If he was subpoenaed by the plaintiff's lawyer, then they could of course examine him. 3. The judge ruled he knew about the phone hacking, which he then refuted. That's the other thing too with the testimony. If he feels like anybody was saying anything that is false, why didn't he just show up? Because he knows if he goes to court, whatever he says will be used against him. Okay? So if he lies, there's the thing here with the perjury. Okay? He's always lying about something. Piers Morgan is a liar. The Mirror couldn't call him as a witness, as it would have been a suicide mission. Harry couldn't, as how the law works. His lawyer couldn't. Of course, question only the Mirror could. He knows most people in the UK don't know that. Okay, so I don't know the law, how it's done in the UK, so I do not know. Okay, he is so used to lying. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the mission continues. Yeah, look at him as a young boy. My goodness. I think he was the only one who was really affected by his mother's death. I don't know about the other. I can't speak for him because his action says otherwise to me. That's what I'm going to by his action and what he have said. Alright, heartbreaking part of you, Harry. The mission continues. Prince Harry, we've got your back. Mission to self-destruct. Nope, not really. Okay, so if the paper had left them alone, okay, none of this would have get to this point. He was willing to bury Hatchet and move on with his life, but they will not let him. Alright, so nah, maybe for the institution. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Because he could live without the institution, but can the rest live without the institution? Alright, next tweet. Maybe that was the suicide mission for the institution to interfere into Harry's personal life. Because he was trying to move on. But he told them to leave him alone. They will not. Alright, next tweet. Remember when every negative story about Harry and Meghan used to trend? We have come so far. So she's making reference during when the court come with the result of Harry's trial. Okay, the result of it, nobody in the UK was talking about it. Okay, I think in some of my recording yesterday, I think James O'Brien was talking about it. Some other journalists on LBC or something like that was saying, this is your story. How come no major paper is mentioning it? So these people were highlighting it. Okay, a long way. Dude, like even the THR piece went nowhere. I'm shook. Is it the Hollywood Reporter? I think that's what it stands for. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, dude, like even that, the Hollywood Reporter piece went nowhere. I'm shook. So I'm not aware of that article. When putting that article next to reality, it doesn't wash. Spare broke a Guinness World Record for sale in its first week. Suit on Netflix broke viewing record. The docuseries, which was last year, broke record. Since when is this considered a failure? Only to the deranged. So what? I don't know what this one is making reference to. Okay, sure, but they never do, and they always trend. Remember the narcissist article? Such nonsense. What the hell? What is shit? Okay, I don't want to spend time reading nonsense. Okay, and I have seen lots of YouTubers talking positive about them too. Okay, oh really? The way I never go on there for Harry and Meghan. Okay, so this one needs to be black. I don't know writing nonsense. Okay, so what happened here? Oh, yeah, I saw this. I don't know what happened. I black one, the whole thing came off. So let's go to the next tweet. Yeah, I saw a tweet making reference to people's age. So I didn't bother putting it on the list. Next tweet. Alright, so this, let's listen here. Come on. Okay, so I was looking for that. Okay, spot on. There's the laugh. There will be screenshot. Just listen to the audio. Okay, British values, a handy explanation. It's 1 minute and 31 seconds.
Colin is in Portsmouth and he's on the line. Hello, Colin.
I could weep, Anthony. I really could. And my tears are for this country.
What's happened, Colin? What are you mourning?
I imagined something in my own head and it was terrifying. Did you know there's only 7 white British people left in the whole of London? And if they don't breed tonight, then we'll be extinct in 9 months' time.
What, 7? That's an odd number. Who's missing out of the breeding, Colin?
Jim bloody Davidson as usual. And this extinction, it'll happen to the whole UK if we're not careful. Our British values are being chemically castrated, and it's people like you that are holding the scalpel.
The chemical scalpel. What are British values, by the way? I've never quite understood what it is that makes us British.
What are British values? It's obvious. I mean, where do I even start?
Well, start by giving us one British value, Colin.
I'll give you more than one, mate. I'll give you some.
Okay.
Demonising foreigners.
Yeah.
Breaking international law. Right. Changing our own laws to suit nobody except those in power. Eroding faith in our own institutions. Polluting waterways. Undermining free press. Criminalising protest. Stabbing allies in the back. Removing striking rights and underfeeding children. And most importantly, nicking other countries' artefacts and refusing to give them back. This is what sets this great nation apart, and I'll fight anyone who threatens it, including you.
Well, wouldn't start with me, mate. I've got a chemical scalpel.
Oh, that's typical of the bloody left. That is always resorting to violence. Anyway, mate, I love talking to you. Thanks for having me on. Love to the family.
Love to the family, Colin. Love to the family.
Oh, and cricket.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the family values. There's me here laughing. Spot on. All right, next tweet. I don't know. I saw it and I wanted to share it with you. All right, so there's another one here. Okay, is Rachel Johnson is an owner of the media? No, but Murdoch, Wathamer, or others should be banned from ownership. They wanted control their own way. Rachel is speaking and defending media barons over public people. Rachel doesn't care what public thinks about British media. This is her own concern. Okay, so there's the retweet here. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the institution that I love. Okay, so this is the thing. The people at the top, it's benefiting them. So you could understand why. And it's not Harry, by the way. It's not Harry who's destroying that. If the media, the people he's calling to court, would have leave him alone, none of the thing we are seeing here will happen. Okay, so they're making it seem like he's destroying the institution. Did Harry call his father to court? Did he call William to court? No, he did not. These people are interfering in his life. When he tried to do it quietly, nobody paid attention to him. They feel like his private business should be aired out to everybody around the world.
One of the criticisms that you've received is that, well, okay, fine, you want to move to California, you want to step back from the institutional role. Why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto. And it doesn't really hold...
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
Endless.
Private, being done through leaks.
Through leaks. They will feed or have a conversation with the correspondent, and that correspondent will literally be spoon-fed information and write the story. And in the bottom of it, they will say that they've reached out to Buckingham Palace for comment. But the whole story is Buckingham Palace commenting. So when we're being told for the last 6 years, we can't put a statement out to protect you, but you do it for other members of the family, there becomes a point when silence is betrayed.
When he was telling the men in grey suit about certain things that people who are working within the institution were doing, instead they were blaming Harry for the workers who were spilling teas to the tabloid. So it's the institution and the papers, the media's fault. Okay, so don't blame it on Harry. If you had left them alone, none of this would have happened. Okay, so at Rachel Johnson argues that the Duke of Sussex goading the press into humiliating payouts is a lose-lose situation for both him and the media. It's not a lose-lose. It's a lose for the media. But Harry will gain his, I don't know, I guess his freedom. He'll be vindicated, and hopefully you guys will leave him alone. Okay, 2 minutes. I didn't hear what she said, but I was just going by the captions. So let's listen. 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
I find it hard to see who is the winner here. I mean, Prince Harry goading the press is only and forcing the press into humiliating payouts. Forcing the press into humiliating payouts is not going to be particularly good for the Sussexes. Forcing the press into humiliating payouts is not going to be particularly good for the Sussexes. And it's certainly not great for the press, which is on the hook. I think.
But I would like to know, how is it not great for the Sussexes? Okay, so they will, if they have loss, it will be great for them. What kind of mentality these people are talking about? What the F is going on? Is that psychology they're playing into people's brain? Harry won. He should be happy. He's vindicated for what he alleged the tabloids were doing. Otherwise, he would be paying the tabloid. What the F is wrong with these people? I think she's just saying that to mess up with the people who's listening to her, their minds. That's what I think.
I think the total payouts for phone hacking and other illegal information gathering is up to $1 billion, and there are many, many more cases to try. So my point about all this is, I think we only have losers here, and it's in all our interests that we have a strong, vigorous and honest press. And if it was strong, vigorous and honest, I agree that the press would have reported more on the judgment, the Prince Harry judgment that came through on Friday.
And this is what the only thing I agree with her saying here, but she's just spilling BS at the same time, is that strong press will report what actually happening. But why didn't they talk about it? Because it was based to the public interest. The reason they didn't talk about it, they didn't print it, is because they don't want to alert other people who might file cases against them. Okay? Because the floodgate just opened here, because the court have acknowledged that there was phone hacking. Okay, as long as those people could prove their case, yeah, it will go forward. Okay, the floodgate will be open. And this is, I think she's just trying to minimize things.
Than it did. It was basically a broadcast story, far more than it was a print story. And of course, the print and broadcast are in competition, so you can sort of understand that. So my question is, who wins out of this? Has Prince Harry done the press lasting damage? Do you think that as a result of the judgment that went against Mirror Group newspapers, we're going to see some sort of state regulation of the press? I genuinely hope not.
What? After what you just said, you want honest reporting, and then you hope not? There won't be any regulation? There have to be regulation. What happened to the IPS, or was it IPSO or something like that? Okay, it was supposed to regulate these people. They need to remove everyone that's in that particular office. Put other people that qualify to somewhat see what the paper are writing. Because you guys are running the whole show. You're governing yourselves. Not her in particular, I'm talking about IPSO. It's newspaper people who's in that position to regulate, to see if other papers are doing the right thing and kind of things like that. Oh my Lord. Oh my God.
I don't want the press to be in a last chance saloon at all. I want to see newspapers thrive. This is my industry, and I think it's in all our interests that we have a thrive. And we got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in
the only one that's good is the Byline Time. Okay, if they follow the principle code of ethic, that's fine. But you're loving the nonsense that's pretty much disturbing people's lives. This is what you love? Oh my God, baggage for you, God.
States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that
we're not looking for entertainment. We're looking for facts and truth. This is the thing that these people have. This is the nonsense that they want to control. They want to make things entertainment. at the same time at the cost of other people's lives. This is the thing that they're trying to do. Entertain people at the cost of each of these people, the subjects. What kind of nonsense is that? If you report the truth, we don't need to be entertained. There's movies. We could watch movies for entertainment. We could go to a comedy show for entertainment. We don't need the tabloid who should be reporting news. Let's say something is happening. Let's say, I don't know. Let's say Alaska. I don't live in Alaska. Okay? At least I know what's going on over there. I need to know the weather. I don't need to be entertained about Alaska. If I need to be entertained about Alaska, I'll look for videos of there's a lot of YouTubers who live in Alaska who show their everyday lives and the cold. Okay, so this type of entertainment could be left out for somebody else, but the news should remain news. So if you want to be a gossip or entertainment, let yourself know you are entertainment. So people don't pay attention to you as news, but you're making it seems like you are news, facts, and all of this, and people trust the nonsense you're spewing. But instead, it's not true at all. You interfering in other people's life to entertain other people. That's not right. Oh my God. Okay, so let me play it over because I stopped in between too much. Just listen, okay? I'm sorry I keep on interfering. I start all over, okay?
I find it hard to see who is the winner here. I mean, Prince Harry goading the press is only and forcing the press into humiliating payouts is not going to be particularly good for the Sussexes. And it's certainly not great for the press, which is on the hook. I think the total payouts for phone hacking and other illegal information gathering is up to $1 billion, and there are many more.
I'm sorry, I have to stop now. As she was saying, information gathering, you see how she mumbles because, it's just a fact. The court find that there was this happening, illegal phone hacking and all of that. Okay?
Cases to try. So my point about all this is, I think we only have losers here, and it's in all our interests that we have a strong, vigorous and honest press. And if it was strong, vigorous and honest, I agree that the press would have reported more on the judgment, the Prince Harry judgment that came through on Friday than it did. It was basically a broadcast story, far more than it was a print story. And of course, the print and broadcast are in competition, so you can sort of understand that. So my question is, who wins out of this? Has Prince Harry done the press lasting damage? Do you think that as a result of the judgment that went against Mirror Group newspapers, we're going to see some sort of state regulation of the press? I genuinely hope not. I don't want the press to be in the last chance saloon at all. I want to see newspapers thrive. This is my industry, and I think it's in all our interests that we have a thrive. And we got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press. And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
But you were willing to destroy his life. This is what caused all of that. You were willing to destroy his life for your own entertainment.
Okay. The way I saw them follow the car, I wasn't surprised by the headlines. They actually went in from the side entrance. They didn't come in from the front red carpet entrance. Me and a couple other supporters ran to the back to kind of catch them walking in because we saw all the paparazzi running to the back suddenly. And it became pretty aggressive. The paparazzi had access to the garage from where they were entering, and they were being kind of manhandled by the bodyguards to prevent them from getting too close to the Sussexes. And the entire time, a lot of the paparazzi were heckling Meghan and Harry and making just negative comments, trying to get a reaction out of them. As they were leaving, just the way they chased the car, it just reminds you of like all the other scenes you've seen in the past.
He said no. He's not an entertainment person. He's doing his work, but you interfere in his life for your own happiness. So you don't want regulation. If you are if the press in the UK wants to be ethical, they could still remain in business, but don't interfere in people's lives. Report facts. Report the truth. Oh my God. Okay, so there's this here. I mean, when you are at the top of the food chain, you want things to remain. At least she's not pretending. I hope the people who vote in the UK sees that. At this point, I don't know what to say about the UK. Everything is being played out for all to see. They are not pretending. There's the thumbs up. Rachel Johnson is Boris and drag. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh my Lord. Entertainment, my God. And then you hear people dying, interfering in their phone, families crying. I mean, that's sick. All right, next tweet. Remember the positive opinion Piers Morgan originally had of Meghan and the negative one of her father and at the royal family. However, since Prince Harry sued his mirror group, he claims that Meghan is a social climber, destroys families, and no members of royal family is racist. Okay? This guy contradicts himself in every aspect. I have a video where he was talking about Meghan marrying into the royal family. It's not Meghan's problem, it's the royal family's problem. Okay, so this guy, I don't know. He talks both end of his, whatever opening that there is in his body. All right, so 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
Suits on Twitter.
Yeah.
And in 5 minutes, I got this direct message from Meghan Markle.
A private message. Obviously.
Yeah. And it said, "Hey, I'm a big fan, and I'm so excited you're following me." And we corresponded quite regularly on Twitter, publicly and privately. She began sending me early copies of Suits episodes.
Right.
She'd email me from places like Rwanda. I thought we had a good sort of friendship built.
She emailed him when she was at Rwanda. He only mentioned that because this is public knowledge. But what the F? My God.
Building. She then said, "I'm coming to London to watch the tennis with Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Would you
Public
like to meet up for a
information.
drink?" I said, "Come to my local pub."
These are public information. He's plugging in and make his own story. Oh my Lord. I'm moving it back. I talk over one of those, what he said.
Then said, "I'm coming to London to watch the tennis with Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Would you like to meet up for a drink?" I said, "Come to my local pub. I'm an Irishman. Come to my pub." So she came to my local pub in Kensington, ironically about half a mile from Kensington Palace,
yes.
where she now lives. Nobody knew who she was, but she walked in. I remember the locals, right? All these old guys like this, drinking their pints, and in walks Meghan Markle like $1 million. But they didn't know who she was, but they thought she's something special.
Yeah.
We had 2 hours in the pub. She had a couple of dirty martinis, had a couple of pints.
Did he just say 10 hours? 10 hours at the pub? Okay, I'm moving it back again. I'm sorry.
But they didn't know who she was, but they thought she's something special.
Yeah.
We had 2 hours in the pub. She had a couple of dirty martinis, had a couple of pints. We got on brilliantly. Very intelligent, I thought, very smart, very charming, very warm, very direct with eye contact. She was a really nice person. And she seemed to me to have a sense about her of being concerned about issues, concerned about the planet, the environment, women's rights. She's got that campaigning streak too. But I really liked her. And then I put her in a cab, and it turned out to be a cab that took her to a party where she met Prince Harry. And then the next night they had a solo dinner together, and that was the last I ever heard from Meghan Markle. And I have never heard from her again. Ghosted me, Ryan. Meghan Markle ghosted me. This is why it hurts. No, I get it, because Harry, the moment it became serious, there's no way Harry wants Meghan Markle anywhere near media people.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened.
Harry, the moment it became serious, there's no way Harry wants Meghan Markle anywhere near media people. Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem.
Meghan Markle's father had staged paparazzi photos ahead of the royal wedding.
So mortifying for the royal family, enraging, I would think, for Meghan Markle, and for her dad. Come on, man, what are you doing? Like I say, very embarrassing for everybody involved. He's gone from being the most famous father of the bride in the world to potentially the worst father of the bride we've ever seen. Let's be brutal.
Oh, I don't think anybody could tap Charles. I don't think anybody could tap Charles. Maybe this one come after, but nobody tap Charles.
Be honest.
This guy is I don't know. I don't know what to say here. Okay, in the beginning, we were all thrilled, and then you obviously has believed the smear campaign of the toxic British media. So let's see this one. I didn't know this one was there. Okay, so that was back in December 16. Oh, 2 days ago. Okay, Prince Harry is bringing the fight to the doorstep of toxic British media, and they try to bully him into silence. If you think what you have been through so far is bad, you better take a look at this. And by the way, nice wife you have got there. Be ashamed if something happened to her. I think I covered this on that video that I need to edit. Let's listen.
Fight to their doorstep. And I do believe that an awful lot of the treatment that he's received over the last few years has been designed to try to persuade him to stop. I know that he believes this, to bully him into silence. If you think what you've been through so far is bad, you better just take a look at this. Oh, and by the way, nice wife you've got there. Be ashamed if something happened to her. That's how bad it is. That is what they've done. They have
Okay, this should have come right after the Boris Johnson's sister's video that I just shared with you. Alright, they go too deep into Harry's personal life, and then they expect him to just sit there and take it, and he's not supposed to do anything about it. His father doesn't want him to pursue it. Nobody in his family. Look what happened to Meghan's lawsuit with the tabloid. Okay, they won, they happy, I'm assuming. And he said the fight continues. I mean, if he had gone the other way, you will hear all the nonsense, the noise the tabloid will be making that they won. If it had gone the other way,
sought to dissuade him from pursuing these legal actions by showing him that things can get even worse than they were.
A younger generation of women, particularly a lot of younger women of colour, who look at Meghan Markle and they have never seen a woman like her. They have never seen a woman who's had the guts and the confidence and the audacity and the balls to stand up to the media, to stand up to the establishment, to literally take on the biggest trolls on the planet and say, enough, I am not standing for this behaviour, I'm not going to be treated like this, and I am pushing back, and I'm going to tell my story. I'm not going to be silenced. I'm not going to be the good girl. I'm not going to just go away and shut up. I'm not going to play by the rules. I'm taking you on at your own game. I'm going to use the media in the way that you've used the media against me. I'm going to use the media.
Because he has the guts and the capacity and the resources to refuse to be bullied by some of the most bilious and unpleasant human beings that have ever deigned to call themselves journalists.
And I think there's a lot of young women who look at that as being incredibly empowering. And I think this documentary, this makes her an even bigger and an even more significant cultural figure in modern popular history.
It is a huge victory for Prince Harry, and he has just smashed them right where it hurts.
Okay.
If you are honest with
it's
yourself.
playing over. Alright, this is the thing. It's a huge win for Harry. Look how the other one, the Boris lady was saying, humiliating the paper. That's on them. Because if it had gone the other way, you will hear all the rats coming out talking their nonsense. Alright, so O'Brien James is talking facts here. Okay, there's no proof Pierce ever met Meghan in person. They corresponded via IG. He tweeted their IG messages, but no evidence of a meeting in a pub. What he was doing here was angling for an IV to the wedding. Okay, envy. Okay, invitation to the wedding. What is this here? Is that the same thing? Let's see here. 2 minutes 19 seconds. Yeah, that's the same thing. I don't know. The derangers will always put their nonsense. The entertainment aspect was just talking about from the papers. They put nonsense for entertainment purposes at the cost of somebody else's well-being. Okay, spewing nonsense. Okay, he never met Meghan. He was stalking her. He was stalking her. He had a crush on her character, Rachel Zane. Okay, the fact that Pierce even thought he had a chance with Meghan. I mean, the guy is married, but then again, it seems like in the UK, these people do all this crazy stuff. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I don't know. Was it? Let me not even go there. Okay, this will never get old. Piers Morgan got what he deserved. He is just another paid member of the royal family. Okay, 45 seconds. And that's the answer. The only comment here, never. All right, so that's it. And after that, I'm going to go to the next tweet.
That you don't like Meghan Markle. You've made it so clear a number of times on this program. A number of times. And I understand that you've got a personal relationship with Meghan Markle, or had one, and she cut you off. She's entitled to cut you off if she wants to. Has she said anything about you since she cut you off? I don't think she has, but yet you continue to trash her.
Okay, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
So, do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, maybe not my
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do
This is
this.
absolutely diabolical behaviour. I'm sorry, but Piers spouts off on a regular basis, and we all have to sit there and listen. 6:30 to 7 o'clock yesterday was incredibly hard to watch. That you don't like Meg.
You see, at the moment, at the heat of the moment, when things like that are happening, it shows the character of somebody. This guy, for instance, put him in his place. I mean, I guess he was tired of listening to Piers talking every day about Meghan, and then it pushes him to say what he said here. Oh my Lord! And the other one couldn't take it. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Next one. All right, so this one I saw. The only reason I'm sharing this is because of the second part here. Okay. And I told you, whenever let me pause. Whenever I talk with about Chris Evans, I call him Twitter encyclopedia. All right, so there's this here. Meghan, that's the nickname he put. Meghan, okay. Meghan McCain says she is exploring legal action for slander after Anna Navarro implied she used her family's name and influence to further her career on a recent episode of The View. Okay, so this is the tweet, and now this is Chris Evans who come with his receipt. This is what I'm like. I don't mess with them. My comment is under that here. But let's watch this. 14 seconds. Mind you, this is her. 14 seconds of different small little clips of of her mentioning her father.
My father, 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 my father's my father, 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 my father.
It's playing over. This is what I'm like. I don't mess with them. Let me go look for my comment. Is it there? And there's more people putting more things here. The lady who posed with her failed book at her dad's grave. There's that here. So and it's still flap. So there's me here laughing my ass off, and that's why I put it in quotation, well, stars. Okay, I don't mess with you on Twitter. You probably will dig up things about me since I was born that I'm not even aware of myself. Okay, so that's that. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. I'm almost done. Then you're gonna have to go and pay her legal fees because it shows you mentioning the father so many times. Okay, next tweet. Why has anyone told me that I've been exposed as a scammer? All right, so this is Joe Diva, one of the squaddies. Sometime when we're doing charity fundraising, sometimes she set it up, but it usually goes straight to the charity thing. Okay, so she retweeted that. That's a Divanger here. Out. Karma is really closing in on my friend. Joe Diva, that's the squaddie, has been exposed for scamming the Sussex squad with dubious fundraiser. Apparently, she has proposed fundraising for Archie, a child she has never seen. Now her Sussex squad minions are questioning her intention. Oh my God, could that be... No. I post some jokes the squad were putting regarding the camera thing. Could that be why she's doing this? Oh my God. There's no fundraising going on. At least I'm not aware of any fundraising. But when the squad are doing fundraising, it usually goes straight to the charities. Okay? But with that what is it, with that Q&A Meghan did with Miss and Harriman, within that conversation Meghan was saying how Archie wanted a camera similar to Mason because Megan have gotten him a kid camera. So he's saying he want one like Mason. And then the squad run off with this, okay? The squad don't care. They pick something, one small little thing out of 30 minutes conversation, okay? And we're making fun of that 30-minute, that camera thing. What, maybe not even a minute of a conversation out of the 30 minutes, okay? So the squad was like, we rich auntie, we're gonna get him this, we're gonna get him that. I mean, we were just joking. And then they think they're doing fundraising. Oh my God. So there's me here. Okay. Then Kaboom and other charities thank the squad whenever there's a fundraiser. And we usually donate directly to them, the charities. They must be talking about themselves. And there's Jodiva responded. Exactly. They thank everyone just like them. And he will tampon Charles III, cheating Camilla, racist Kate. Okay. So there's all of that. All right. So let's move on. These people, out of a joke, I'm telling you, I posted on my community board. I believe there was someone who probably just subscribed to my channel, wasn't sure why she was seeing some of the things that I was posting on my community board, and I had to go and explain to her what my channel is all about. Pretty much, I'm catering to the squad who don't have the time to go on Twitter, who don't plan on being on Twitter, but still wants to know what the squad are talking about. So this is why I do this. Sometimes when I want to read some of the tweets, and I was like, while I'm reading, let me just record it and share it with you. This is why it's not a big deal to me. Okay? But the thing is that YouTube, it's not being fair because my channel is talking the positive aspect of the Sussexes. So let it be. That's baggage for God. Okay, next tweet. Bloop. SNL has the best take on that Christmas card. Okay, it's 18 seconds. It's gonna be screenshot. Okay.
I'm really proud of that. A Christmas photo released by the royal family features a bad Photoshop job where Prince Louis's finger appears to be missing. And this is sweet. Meghan Markle said she has a finger they can use if they need it.
Oh my! I saw a headline from one of those channels that I used to watch, but they make it seems like, yeah, I think they are being paid. They are being paid to turn what the SNL joke is back to Meghan. I don't want to even mention that channel. All right, but that's that here, and people should wonder why was a family photo was Photoshop. This is something people should ask. Why was it? Why did they have to do a Photoshop job on that? Why can't they stand for a few minutes and do a photo together? Oh my God, give themselves extra work for no reason. Okay, they still got to work on their jokes, but they're getting there. There's the laugh. I love her. Any attention really Kate get is tied to Meghan, Harry every time. Let's move on. Okay, I'm almost an hour. If I'm not an hour already, close to an hour. 58 minutes. Next tweet. I have two more after this. Okay, so this one, I started listening to it, and then I said, oh, let me put it to share it with you. When we hear people talking, the Rangers or the MAGAs in the US, or the Tories probably in the UK, when they're talking about woke, I'm like, you don't need to go too deep into the meaning of woke. Okay? Pretty much past tense of waken. You are awakened. Your eyes are open. You are alert. So they don't want you to be alert. They want you to stay asleep so they could do their nonsense while you're sleeping. They don't like the fact that people are criticizing them for the BS that they're doing. So it's almost like, which one? Who said that? I think it was a priest. I'm paraphrasing now. I don't even remember who said it. That when they go to other people's countries, when they went to Africa, they give them the Bible and tell them to pray. While you're praying, they steal all your wealth. This is what they wanted. Okay? You close your eyes, stay asleep, let them steal everything, and then when you open your eyes, you'll be like, what happened? Okay? So this is in the same state that they want you to be in. Stay asleep. Now that people are asking questions and making them accountable for their action, they don't like it. So now they're weaponizing, or they're making it seem like the word woke is a bad thing. I remember the first time that I heard it, and not the word woke, I know it's woke, but when they were criticizing, or I don't know what they were trying to do, but they're making the word seems in a negative way. And I was looking at the TV and I was like, what the hell are they talking about? And I just went to the simplest form. Woke, you are awake. When you are awake, you alert. You see what's going on. Okay, so let's listen to this. It's 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Since Bill Maher is trending with his deplorable views, here's a video of both Whoopi and Sonny schooling him and other white people who tend to misuse the term woke. Alright, so let's listen here. 2 minutes and 16 seconds. There will be some screenshots.
The term has been co-opted by the right. The term has been co-opted by the far right, by the alt-right. And the term has even been co-opted by Bill Maher himself. He is comparing woke with identity politics. He thinks woke means a diversity of opinion. That is not what woke meant in the mid-1900s. It's not what woke meant during the civil rights movement. It's not what woke meant during BLM. It's not what woke means now. And I think he should be ashamed of some of the things that he has said about wokeness. He has called college campuses too woke because they are talking about diversity and social justice and inclusion. And so he is the problem that has wokeness.
Be part of.
That is not what it meant.
Yeah,
that is not what it meant. That is a co-opting of the term, and that is to take the power away from black people for standing up for what we deserve from this country.
Okay, but even just thinking about it, if the goal is to reach as much diversity, inclusion, and equity, why wouldn't the diversity of thought be included?
Diversity of thought is not the equivalent of being woke. Woke is not a political term. Woke is a term about racism, about social injustice, about equality. It doesn't mean you like Trump or you don't. It doesn't mean you're MAGA or you're not. It doesn't mean you're Republican or you're not.
I think to solve a lot of those
and that's
issues,
because
there
your
does have to
party,
be diversity.
First, everybody has to admit to the fact that y'all were asleep. First of all, because that's how I look at it. We were not asleep. We've always been aware of what needed to happen because we couldn't go to sleep.
You couldn't be. If you went to sleep, you could be dead.
Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons. But the other reason is you had to keep an eye on where you were heading, and what you were doing, and how you were handling yourself. The same way that we always have these things that we explain. You know, when we were kids, we were told this is how you have to deal with the police. There was no time to go to sleep. And so that's why I always say they were the ones who just woke up. And they're freaked out because this was not what they were expecting to see.
Oh my God, I swear I didn't see the last part of this. I started listening to it maybe 15 seconds into it. I was like, oh, let me put it for me to share with you. Exactly. They were the one who were asleep. Okay, so that's that. While I was looking at this, let me add this to it. And I saw this. This is ridiculous. I was looking at the other screen. Nope, not that one. Let me put it. Not that one, not that one. This is so ridiculous. Okay, what's wrong with William and Kate Finn? There's the laugh. These people are seriously deranged. Megan talked about Archie and Laika, and now they're tagging Laika to give Kate a new one. My goodness, don't they have the money to buy it themselves? I mean, what she's going to do with it, because the last time she used it, she photoshopped Louis. Oh my God. So they tag like the Princess of Wales needs a camera. What the hell? That's embarrassing. These people, what is it? They're worth billions, and then you asking a company? They don't want to associate with these people. Oh my God. And there's Megan who's saying, no, Archie is a kid. I'm not going to give him a high quality camera. He's going to get a baby thing. And then they run off with what the squad were talking about as a joke. As a joke. Oh my God. Oh, takes so long. Lord, these people are pathetic. Truly fans of the Wells, always railing about shit and engaging in a one-sided war. Yeah, they're all full of clown. Okay, so let me go to my last two tweets or prayers, okay, that the squad put. Okay, prayer for has Megan, Archie, and Lily. And that would be the prayers for this video. I'm not gonna search for prayers. And I think I mentioned it in one of my videos. This is how I started putting prayers at the end of my videos, because I come across some of the squads tweets and they used to put prayers. And when I'm putting lists for you guys, I'll put the prayer at the end. And then when I don't see the prayers, that's when I start Googling for prayers. Okay, and then it become part of my video thing. Okay, praise the Lord of Harry, Megan, Archie, Lily, Lilibet, Diana, and Miss Doria. We praise your holy name. May you continue to bless and guide Harry, Megan, Archie, Lily, Doria, Miss Doria. May you cover them and their teams with your spirit. May you protect and deliver them from all their enemies. Destroy their enemies' plan. In Jesus' name, amen. I like this photo of them. So there's another prayer here. Praise the Lord, my soul, all my inmost being. Praise his holy name. Praise the Lord, my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all of your sins and heals all your disease, who redeems your life from the pit and crowns you with love and compassion, who satisfies your desire with good things, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. All right, Psalm 103, 1-5. And there's the squad here saying amen, amen. There's one more prayer that I came across and I put it on the list as well. Okay, and then that'll be it. Next tweet. Okay, so there's this here. Sussex prayer. Lord, there is no one like you to help the powerless against the mighty. God, thanks for protecting Harry, Megan, Archie, Lilibet, and Miss Doria with your righteous right hand. Let all their enemies stumble and fall. No weapon formed against them shall prosper. Bless them with love, joy, and peace. Alicia answers, do not be afraid, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them. Okay, 2 Samuel 7, 18-22. Okay, this is very small. Okay, 18. Then King David went in and sat before the Lord and said, who am I, sovereign Lord, and what is my family, that you have brought me this far? And as if this were not enough in your sight, sovereign Lord, you have also spoken about the future of the house of your servant, and this decree, sovereign Lord, is for a mere human. What more can David say to you? For you know your servant, sovereign Lord, for the sake of your word, and according to your will, you have done this great thing, and made it known to your servant. How great you are, sovereign Lord. There is no one like you, and there is no God but you, as we have heard with our own ears. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so there's the amen here, the squad, amen, amen. All right, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and a happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.